During life's journey, there's a moment when we recognize the significance of personal empowerment and the negative impact of low energy levels. My friend, you've reached this pivotal juncture. By reclaiming your personal power and detaching from draining influences, you've taken a remarkable stride toward self-improvement. This achievement is not insignificant, it's truly commendable. This remarkable shift in your energy isn't just transforming you, it's also profoundly impacting your significant other. It's aiding them in reclaiming the personal power they had lost in a complex karmic situation. This cycle of cause and effect, in which their soul was entangled, had left them feeling powerless and worthless. They were in despair, sensing an incompleteness without you in their life. However, your decision to distance yourself, to step back, has yielded an unexpected outcome. Instead of driving them deeper into despair, it's drawing them closer to you. They sense the growing gap, and it's this gap that's making them recognize your value. They're starting to grasp the void your absence would leave in their life, and this realization is bringing them nearer to you. Your significant other is now cognizant of the shifts within you. They understand that you've moved past settling for mere breadcrumbs, the minimal efforts they once offered in the relationship. They observe you liberating yourself from all forms of negativity and toxicity, witnessing your resolute determination to purge negative influences from your life. This evolution instills fear in them, fear of being left behind. They're anxious that if they don't take decisive action to move closer to you soon, they might lose you forever. Your significant other is consumed by a yearning for you. They ache for your presence, your touch, your love. Deep within, they're eager to pour out their feelings for you, to express the profound love they hold in their heart. They see this love as pure and timeless, untouched by the impurities of the world. In this moment, they're swiftly advancing on a path to healing. They're aligning themselves perfectly with the signs and principles of the universe, striving to better themselves to be deserving of you. Yet, this journey of self-improvement isn't devoid of challenges. They're filled with anxiety about the future, about their forthcoming conversation with you. Uncertainty looms over how you'll react, how you'll respond to their transformed self. Despite these anxieties, they're steadfast in their resolve to press onward, to liberate themselves from the karmic cycle. They've come to understand that nothing can sever the soulful bond they share with you. This connection, woven by love and fortified by shared experiences, is indomitable. They've transcended the karmic cycle, bidding farewell to the past and its missteps. Their gaze is fixed on a future with you, a future where they can nurture this soulful bond. These endings, the conclusion of the karmic cycle, the end of negativity, are heralding a new beginning. It's the dawn of a new journey, where they can delve into the depths of their love for you, where they can fortify the soulful bond you share. This journey is about love, about healing, about self-growth, and you play a pivotal role in it. Your transformation has sparked theirs, and hand in hand, you're forging ahead toward a brighter tomorrow. In this future, love isn't merely a sentiment, but a way of life. The soulful bond isn't just a connection, but a guiding light. Personal empowerment isn't just a concept, but a tangible reality. This is the future they envisage with you, the future they're striving toward. In this future, they see themselves not just surviving, but thriving alongside you. Before our paths crossed, my existence was akin to that of many others. I found myself ensnared in a monotonous cycle of daily routines, burdened by a multitude of responsibilities that felt like heavy anchors dragging me down. Each day seemed to blend into the next, with every task resembling a mere repetition of the one preceding it. I'd tackle these obligations, often against my own desires, solely because they were anticipated of me by those in my surroundings. It was as though I was navigating through life on autopilot, carrying out actions not out of personal volition, but out of a sense of obligation. Yet, beneath the veneer of normalcy, I harbored a persistent hunger for validation from those around me. It felt like an endless quest for approval, a journey with no clear endpoint in sight. I endeavored to embody perfection in the eyes of others, to fulfill their expectations, to measure up to their standards. However, this relentless pursuit exacted a toll. Despite any inner feelings of loneliness or sorrow, I wore a facade of contentment, donning a mask to conceal my true emotions. I had many questions about life, about my existence, about the world around me, but I always felt that no one else was asking them. I was alone in my curiosity, isolated in my quest for answers. I feared that if I were the only one to question my life, to challenge the status quo, I would not be seen as a strong, steadfast man. I was afraid of being perceived as weak, as vulnerable. Consequently, I kept moving forward in my life, oblivious to the amount of emotions I was suppressing. I was like a pressure cooker, holding in all my feelings, all my thoughts, all my emotions, until it became too much to bear. The emotions I had been suppressing were now causing me immense pain. It was as if all the feelings I had been holding back were now coming to the surface, overwhelming me with their intensity. It was a pain that was both physical and emotional, a pain that seemed to permeate every aspect of my life. And then you entered my life. Your presence brought with it a sense of calm, a sense of peace that I had not felt in a long time. I felt an inexplicable sense of relaxation, a feeling of tranquility that seemed to wash over me. It was as if I had found the person I'd been searching for all along, the person who could understand me, who could see through my facade, who could see me for who I truly was. Our conversations became my sanctuary, my haven from the chaos of the world. They rejuvenated me, leaving me feeling vibrant, rejuvenated, and overflowing with confidence and affection. Every word you shared, every sentence you spoke, filled me with hope and optimism. I felt a surge of vitality, a newfound harmony with life. I felt cherished, understood, and fully embraced. You helped me realize that it's perfectly fine to show vulnerability, to have uncertainties, and to not have all the answers. You taught me the importance of being authentic, of staying true to myself, and expressing my emotions openly. Through your example, I learned that seeking validation from others isn't necessary, that I am complete just as I am. You guided me to understand that letting go, allowing myself to feel the emotions I'd suppressed, and embracing the process of healing are all integral parts of growth. In you, I discovered more than a friend or a confidant. I found a partner, a companion, a kindred spirit. I found someone who not only comprehends me, but also accepts and loves me unconditionally. For this, I am profoundly grateful. Thank you for entering my life, for igniting a sense of vitality within me, and for showering me with love. Thank you for being exactly who you are. Your partner, the one with whom you share an undeniable connection, is acutely aware of the depth of the bond between you both. This relationship embodies a love story, a tale of affection and companionship that seems destined for fulfillment, a journey leading inexorably to its ordained conclusion. At present, they find themselves in their respective fields, their professional or personal environments, where they are channeling their pent-up frustration towards the karmic people or situations that surround them. This frustration, this sense of restlessness, stems primarily from the fact that they miss you terribly. Your absence has left a void in their life, a void they are struggling to fill. In the early phases of your relationship, your partner may have underestimated you, possibly due to a lack of insight or a misinterpretation of your intentions. They misjudged your actions and words, forming an assumption that the relationship wouldn't endure. Now, they're filled with remorse for their rushed judgment and inaccurate assessment of your commitment. Your silence, the absence of communication on your part, is deeply troubling them. They're disappointed that you haven't initiated contact and feel a mixture of frustration and intrigue. They're closely monitoring your behavior, eagerly anticipating your next move, and even resorting to spying in their attempt to decipher your intentions. The lack of communication between you is causing them significant emotional distress. Though they were the ones who initially instigated this period of silence, likely fueled by anger or misunderstanding, they now find themselves hoping and actively trying to end it. They crave a sincere, open conversation with you, hoping it will dispel misunderstandings and repair the strained connection. They are eager to reconnect with you, to reestablish the lines of communication that have been severed. They wish to express their feelings, their regrets, and their hopes for the future. They want to bridge the gap that has formed between you two, to rebuild the relationship that has been strained due to misunderstandings and silence. They are hopeful for a future where the bond between you two is stronger and more resilient, a future where love and understanding reign supreme. They are waiting with bated breath for the day when you both can sit down and engage in a heart-to-heart conversation, a dialogue that could potentially herald a new chapter in your love story. To you, my love, I must express my deepest feelings. You are the embodiment of beauty in my eyes, the personification of all that I have ever hoped for in life. Your presence, your aura, it brings me a sense of comfort that I've never known before. It's a feeling of emotional vulnerability, a willingness to bare my soul that only comes when I am with you. However, there is a fear that grips me, a fear that is inexplicable and yet so real. It's a fear that arises when I think about revealing my faults, about discussing the intricacies of my life with you. I often find myself wondering why this fear exists. Why do I hesitate to share my life with you, the one person who means so much to me? Perhaps it's because I feel there's nothing in my life that's worth sharing, nothing that would interest you or make you proud. My life, as I see it, is an unremarkable journey, devoid of any noteworthy events or achievements. My past is a painful memory, a series of betrayals and hurts inflicted by those I trusted the most. These were people I held close, people I believed in, and yet they were the ones who caused me the most pain. I had the strength to face hardships and push forward on my journey. But with you, it's different. I know I can count on you, that you're always there for me. Yet our situation sometimes triggers old wounds, reopening past traumas I thought were healed. Instead of responding to your messages or calls, I find myself reacting out of fear, pain, and deep-seated insecurities from my past. I recognize this isn't the right approach. Communication should prevail over reaction, but I'm easily triggered, haunted by ghosts of the past that influence my actions. I apologize, my love, for those moments when I've reacted instead of responding, when my past dictated my behavior. It's not you, it's me, my history, my fears, my insecurities. I'm actively addressing these issues, and I hope, with time, to overcome them. Thank you for your unwavering support, understanding, and love despite my imperfections. I cherish you deeply.